later. Charge those things back up. So I guess I'm going to have to talk a little bit louder now, so that way it comes through. Hopefully it won't wake any children up. They are upstairs, so hopefully they will be okay. Deep sleep. I do like to talk softly when I'm streaming. We've got there's a fireplace type of thing, or maybe like you could use it as a like a forge type of thing. It's pretty cool. It's going to be interesting to see this later, to watch this video later and see like how bad the audio is with the webcam microphone versus the headset microphone. I expect it's not going to be great. So kind of like before, we've got some more mechanisms and things. So we've got some walls that can fall down onto those things, trapdoors and stuff, and then we've got a kind of like a sword thing. Actually, pull it back. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. It's like a glyph that you could magnetize. It's got a magnet on the back right there. Another one of those bows that comes out of the wall. And then we've got this, I think this is pretty much treasure. This is going to be tough to paint because it's got a gemstone in it. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of sparkling a little bit right there. That gemstone is going to make it hard because I won't be able to undercoat. And so I'm going to have to paint this straight up and then also avoid painting anything on that gemstone. So that's going to make it very difficult to do. That's one piece I think I would have rather they have actually painted for me, but that's okay. It won't be too much. I mean, let's see, it's got gold, maybe some metallics and some other things on there, so it shouldn't be too bad, right? So we've got some walls that are going to sit up on top of other things, I guess, because they have no base to them. So that's just another option on how you're going to build things out for your dungeon. These are pretty interesting. So these are corner doorways in the corner there, which is pretty cool. So again, just more interesting features instead of always having doors on flat faces. These ones are actually in the corners like that. Okay, what else have we got here? A bunch more floors, the 2x2 floors. Bread and butter pieces, right? Making a nice big mess back here. We've got a couple more boxes to go into. And then we'll have everything out. We can try to build something real quick. Throw something down. Let's see here. Yeah, just more corner pieces. Anyway, I was going to put all these thanks for your support messages in one place because I like being orderly about things. That's important. It's important to have some sort of order in this chaotic world that we live in. Some more basic pieces. These are the regular sides of the dungeon type pieces. That. This is just all, it's like a box of basic pieces is really what this is, just fine. And one place where there's a drop position where you can put a wall or a jail cell thing in again. I hope I have enough plastic box space. Basically, I've got some, my other dungeon is going to kind of fit in with this dungeon. And it's all this stuff back here. I forget who made this. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to remember who made this. I think this was Secret Weapon stuff, and so this will fit with the Dwarven Forge stuff, but this is what I went ahead and got, like 3 of these plastic tubs. I think think I can fit all this in 3 of them. Once I get more pieces, though, I'm probably going to need maybe 2 more. Because I have, well, maybe 3 more, honestly, because I've got, this is half. This is half of the dungeon. So that's quite a bit of stuff. Got some foam in there. There you go. Foam's free. All right. More corners. It seems like I picked the right boxes right at the front of this box opening, because I'm getting kind of a little bit more of the boring pieces here. You know, just kind of like walls and stuff. But that's important, right? Those are all important parts of the dungeon when we're building it. You can't build a dungeon without walls. You can't just be interesting feature after interesting feature, right? It doesn't work that way. There we go. Oh, we did get one interesting feature in here. Here we go. Here we go. We got one. Something new. Okay, so we've got like a half circle, and again, it's made for those pieces to fit into for the lights, and it's got its switch on the back there again. So, yeah, that's going to be fun when we put all that stuff together. I believe that the lights will even flicker a little bit, and so that's going to be great when I get the smoke running in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So we got some traps here. And something that looks like a golf tee, but I'm sure that's not what it's supposed to be. We got some more lights to go along with this. So we've got lights over here with the rest of the lights. And I'll come over and show you some of these accents and traps and things. I'm not sure what this thing looks like. This is probably for something very specific. So we got another glyph. So we got another tiny little glyph with that thing on there. And then we've got these traps that are swords that are going to swing out. It doesn't look like they... do they actually... No, they should move. Huh. This guy does not want to move. I'm not one of the other ones. He must be doing something. No, this guy moves just fine. So yeah, a sword that swings out, so it's like it's kind of hidden, and then all of a sudden some adventurer walks past it, and whoop, oh boy, he's cut in half. Right, this is that thing I said was like a golf tee. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Maybe it's like a flag thing that we can put out somewhere. It's got a magnet on the bottom. And then we've got these corner accents that are going to be beautiful when I get them all painted up as well. So if you've looked at what I've done on Twitter, I put a couple of pictures out of things that I've worked on with the other dungeon, with the secret weapon dungeon. And so I'm starting to build that one and paint it up in an orange color scheme. And I was thinking maybe it would be fun to do the different parts of this dungeon and maybe some other bright colors, that sort of thing. Stuff you're not going to see, because I really just do not want to have a gray and brown dungeon. That just doesn't interest me when I'm doing mostly anime type style things, right? So I was thinking maybe a blue for Zalter's game room, maybe some other colors for the other things. You know, we can do like a yellow sun type of thing. These are supposed to be like magical spells that, you know, they're going to block your path sort of thing. And so, yeah, you're going to want to take those things down. Let's see, we've got some more floors in here. Yeah. Those over there. Kind of try to keep things together, go together, right? I don't think I'm going to try to attempt to actually build out each room, because that would take in a really boring amount of time. I think I'm just going to build whatever it is that comes to mind and just be creative tonight. Just get all the pieces put together in some sort of way. And then I'll learn about how to build it properly and I will take a picture or something of the actual rooms on another night. All right, this is the final box that we're opening. There's no additional boxes in here, and so we get some more floors. Our stuff. This was a very large room, if I remember right, because it's got the netting. So we get some net, so no real reason to paint that up. So that's one less thing, right? One less thing with this netting. So open that guy up. Yeah, look at it. It's like it's got magnets on it, so you can like it's got magnets in the corners, so that way you can magnetize it. Ooh, there's two of them. Two of them. So little nets can like fall down on the good guys. Little traps everywhere. It's a dungeon, right? Got a bunch more magnet type things. I'm gonna put those over here for now. Should probably get on the other side of the table and face towards the camera. You know, I've done a little bit of teaching myself, and I know that I'm not supposed to face the back of the room when it is that I'm showing things off and teaching about stuff. So we'll put those over there. We've got some spikes. So I think there's a trap door that's going to get built over these. This seems like something I probably want to keep, actually, because you've got this plastic piece that's going to protect those spikes from getting basically messed up, right? So we're probably going to want to keep this plastic for these plastic spikes, and we'll just keep them in there, so that way they won't get damaged when it is that I'm packing up and I'm throwing a whole bunch of stuff in a box, right? And for the most part, the Dwarven Forge pieces are going to be really tough. Like, we can drop them and nothing's going to really happen to them, you know? I mean, I'm getting a little bit Western with this one, and perfectly fine. It is very solid, especially these corner pieces. They're going to be super solid. Like I don't. I'm being a little bit less on this one. It's got a little bit of give to it, but it's really just. It would take a lot to break most of these pieces, I would think. So this should be something that you know, my kids can have well after I'm gone. So it's a very good, solid purchase, right? It's one of the nice things about like indie companies, you know, they don't think about things the way corporations do, where it is that corporations say, well, we have to make it, you know, so that the consumers like it and it lasts for a decent amount of time, but eventually it wears out, so that way the consumer has to buy another one. We ended up with another Forge type thing. It's got something. I think this also lights up or has like energy that they can send into stuff. This Forge, because I'm hearing like batteries inside. Some more walls. This is probably our last set of interesting things to look at here with what we've got. It is these sets of doors you've already seen, I think, maybe? I think we already saw doors like this that open. And then we've got this mechanism type looking thing, which we're going to put somewhere to do something. It almost looks like these almost look like wheels on the bottom, and so like it's going to like roll around or something. I don't know. I really haven't even read the modules. Quite honestly, the last time I actually played Dungeons & Dragons, I was in another country, and I wrote some modules, and it was 4th edition. And a lot of people really disliked 4th edition. So that was like the last time I actually did something like that. All right, and with that, we have unboxed everything. Yay for us. Right? So we got everything unboxed. Probably take this. I've got all this plastic over here, so I'm walking over to the kitchen garbage. All right, so let's go ahead and try to put some sort of build together, you know. So we already kind of have this guy put together, right? So let's see here. this one. Turn it like this. Something like that. Yeah. Put this guy over here. Take this wall out. These are magnetized at the bottom too. There we go. We got this round room over here. Actually, I haven't messed with any of these lights, so I guess I'll just mess with this one a little bit. We'll just do, I'm not going to put in all the lights. I just kind of want to just kind of mess with one of them so you get to see what it's going to kind of be like. So I'm going to open this thing up. This is something I think with the lights, I'm probably going to want to have special storage for the light pieces plus the actual light fixtures, just to make sure they don't get damaged. But then again, I mean, once they're in the piece, they shouldn't be too much of a problem, right? You know, it's already in the piece. As long as the piece doesn't get messed around with too much, should be fine, right? Okay. Let's see here. So we've got a double torch set up with this guy. Not sure if I'm that excited about the next Kickstarter. I mean, you can't get everything, right? So you have to. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Yeah. You know, you like that. I should just like park that right here. And you can just watch that while I mess with the other stuff. Unfortunately, there's nowhere for me to put it. I mean, I guess I can leave it on the table, but you can't really see it now, can you? Yeah, you can kind of see it. You can't even really see all the dungeon stuff over here, and I can't fly the camera around this. I can't pick up the table either because I'm not the Hulk. So I might have to just take some pictures and post them later on. I do know that this whole thing, this is supposed to be like the acid pool, so we're going to do that. And then you've got basically some stuff. It's going to go up like this, something like that. Maybe like, I think it was like this. Maybe like that. I'm starting to remember actually what it looked like on the Kickstarter there. And then all this stuff is, no, these aren't too magnetic. These aren't magnetic on the bottom. It's other pieces that are. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's also where we're going to have things where it's just like walls and it's not really anything else. So like we will put like these on there. Do something with those. Is there are. Let's see. Ooh, maybe these guys. Yeah, there we go. So we can do. Yeah, there we go. Now that's a thing, right? So unfortunately, it's still not magnetizing to the board, but that's at least something. So basically, I'm taking this long piece and I'm magnetizing both of these. I think I should probably be using short singles for that, actually. That's probably what I should be doing. Yeah, I have to look it up to see how you want to build this thing out. Alright, well I think I'm just going to start building the other stuff and I'll get back to that one. Pretty excited about this. I mean, look at that guy. Let's see. Yeah, that thing's flickering pretty good there, right? Alright, let's build some stuff out here. So we need to find the other corner. That's important because we need something that's going to be flat. And then maybe build something like this. Ooh, I didn't even notice this. Wow, we did not. So Another trapdoor type thing, so it's a normal thing, except it's not a normal thing because then there's little spikes on there with a skeleton in there for you to paint up. For me to paint up. So we want to put that guy somewhere special. He needs to go somewhere spatial. So, let's see here. Make this a nice, really big room, like a hall type of thing. So this would be like a tower, maybe. Oh yeah, we got our corner pieces with all the lights. I think I'm going to leave all the light stuff over here just for later, for another time. This guy's probably going to go there. Another one of these. There's a couple of these. Wow. Quite a few of these. I think that's actually supposed to go to this one. Yep, there we go. So these are all trapdoors. That's a trapdoor piece. Wow, there's a lot of these. Little surprises everywhere, right? I mean, this is going together pretty quickly, I guess. So that's fun. I guess I just kind of set that somewhere. Again, I'll look it up later, and I'll put something together. Let's see. I put a bunch of my floors. Here we go. I'm probably making this room way too big for what it should be. I still need a corner there. I need to have like a single floor piece here, which I do have. It's easy enough. And then, there we go. Let's see. This becomes a problem. Maybe if I do it like that, that's a little bit better. Still an issue. Actually, I'll do this. This corner piece here. If I should be standing or should I be sitting while I'm messing around with all this stuff, right? This probably used to go out there somewhere. So there's that. There's like little steps type things. Let's see. If I start building on next, you build like a hallway. A really long hallway or something. Build like a jail type thing. Even by itself, without it being painted, it looks fine. Just like this is perfectly fine. Let's see. Actually, don't need to use the second corner piece here because I've already got wall, so I'm going to not do that. Just save it by just doing that. Right? Save our corner pieces. I'm not sure why I'm saving corner pieces at this point, but if I need to even. I kind of want to make a really long hallway type thing. Let's go get rid of this. Make a nice small room here. Start using some of these doors. Probably you want to, actually, if you want to put a door, maybe like right there. Looks like you put a door here. Just like that. I want that there. Let's do this. drop wall things. You definitely spend like hours and hours just like messing with this stuff, just playing with it for sure. Trying to see if I can actually build like all of my pieces in a reasonable amount of time. I'm trying to do it quickly. The thing is, like, I don't fully understand, I think, how I'm supposed to be using some of this stuff, like these guys. Probably even make like a maze if we wanted to, you know? Like that. That's a pretty short little edge there. This guy maybe over here. There we go. Yeah, like a lot of this stuff. It's one of those things like when you're building with Legos, it's nice to do the actual presented things first. So that way you kind of get an idea of what you could do. And then after that, you can start creating your own. So this causes a little bit of a problem now. Maybe we want to build this out a bit. So that way, do that. I can even do that. Now we're cooking with gas. Well, maybe I want this one. Oh, this is probably what I want. Yeah, look at that. Nope, not good enough. Yeah, I think it's the same issue, really. That's the same issue. Actually need to get this guy off this way. There's probably a way to do this, I just don't know what I'm doing. Just kind of throwing things together right now. So that's fine. Sure. Still trying to find some of the other things. This one a bit. That over there. Yeah, it's definitely something that like I would want to have in a place where like the kids can't get to it, because after I do all this work of putting everything together, it'll be like the worst feeling ever. It's like put together all your stuff and then the kids come in and they ruin it. Right? Let's see. What else is happening here? You see that I could easily cover like most, if not all, of this table with all of this stuff to build this dungeon out. The cool thing with the magnets, though, too, I guess for me with the kids, is that I can always build something, and then I can put it on magnets and then hide it away somewhere else, so that way the kids don't get into it. It's actually not too bad. Let's see, the door thing, which I'll find eventually. nice because you can make these narrow hallways that are just very, they're going to be very confining for your players to like walk down. A little bit eerie for them. Kind of running out of space on the side of the table here. So I found that other thing. There's a door. The door will not fit there. We're supposed to have small doors that will fit. I don't see them. It's got the big doors. Doors. Okay. Here it is. Put the jail cell thing in here instead. Something like that, I guess. Could even just dead end this, just to annoy people. That's a dead end. I guess that's the thing, though, is if you're playing D&D and you can see a bird's eye view of everything, it'd be hard to get the players to make mistakes and go down dead ends. Probably. That doesn't really work. And I think I built myself into a corner there. That doesn't really work. Got the maze thing. It's a throne you can put over there. Now we got it. All right, there we go. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, maybe we'll take this guy. Throw him over here. There you go. Now it's a little bit more interesting, right? You know, although you can't see hardly any of this. Ooh, that is cool. This is going to go on top of that other piece. Oh, I missed some pieces. Yeah, look at this guy. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Okay. Try to make sure I don't do it wrong. There we go. Turn them on. Ooh. Ah, it's green. Oh, it looks blue on my screen. Throw that guy over there. Yeah. You really can't see what I'm doing at all, though, unfortunately. I think we might just call it, I mean, unless you guys really want me to do more. It builds really fast. So I built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish rooms in like 20 minutes, I guess, at the very end. Everything goes together real fast, real quick, and it'll probably be not too much of a problem. It would have been nice if they had given you like a little floor plan that went with it, I think, but definitely worth the money. Like I said, the whole table would be covered if I built everything out, which I don't think I'm going to spend the time to do. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe I should play some music or something while I put everything away, because I can't keep it up. I can't keep up too much longer. It's basically bedtime for everyone. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, fun stuff though. It's going to be a lot of work to get this all painted up. I'm probably going to build out each of the rooms, I think, and then I'll store them all separately so that way I can paint them all their own specific schemes, and that way I can keep the pieces separate from each other, I think that's what I'm going to do. So like I'm going to figure out a color scheme where each room will be a different major color, and that way I can keep everything straight. And it will probably even look interesting if I do it right, where it is that I could even later on mix the color schemes, mix and match, to make rooms look kind of weird. Where the stones are a little bit different, instead of painting it all the same. Yeah. All right, well, I think I'm going to sign off now, put all this stuff away. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, for this unboxing. Hopefully I'll be able to get this out to YouTube. I've been really bad about pushing stuff out to YouTube. Until next time, this is Aaron Squire signing off, saying God bless your families. Try to raise much out there.